looking at art here.
Okay. And I'm looking at the picture with the pink guy who has the blue person in his head hanging out. And it reminds me of people in recovery when they say the itty-bitty-shitty-committee. And basically, it's that voice in your head that fucks up your day. And it's the one that tells you you're not good enough, you made a mistake, this ain't gonna work. Just the shitty stuff you say to yourself. And that's her. And it's like I can see her now. I can see the negativity. And then it looks like rain clouds, but it's bleeding blood.
I was going to say it's a brain, like she was exchanged for the brain, but I think you're right. I didn't think about that.
If it goes with the itty bitty shitty committee, it's rain clouds.
Yeah. Huh. You need to buy that one.
I know.
Or you're an artist yourself.
Yeah, I try
so maybe
to be.
you can set up a trade. What kind of art do you do?
Collage and pencil drawings, and I'm not very good. I'm still. That's why I was taking a picture of the class. I'm still in the learning phase.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You're like 20 years old.
Yeah.
With a 23-year-old son. Somehow, I don't know how that worked, but
He is 23. Yes.
yeah, he told me that.
I love that painting. It's like, I don't know. I felt like that many a day. When I get sad, I've started going to the park and sitting there by the river, and I think like I can picture myself looking out at the river, looking like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, if you had that hanging in your room or in your house, do you think it would help comfort you, or do you think it would remind you of the negative, like the bad vibe, or the itty bitty shitty committee? Which would bring you down, or would it be like a reminder, like I can get over this?
I think it's a reminder to the mindfulness movement, a reminder to check your thoughts. A lot of times you have these thoughts running in the background, and you act on them without even acknowledging they're running. To me, that's what that is. Remember the shitty committee. You're not really sad. You're not really hopeless. It's just the bullshit you're feeding yourself. Oh, my friend has another one. She said that one half of her brain manufactures the bullshit and the other half buys it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a tough thing, brain, disease, really, huh?
Dis-ease. I'm not okay in my skin, and everybody's just trying to be okay.
I also I like the 4, that I was pointing out to, but I like the big one next to it too. It's all like graffiti style, sort of. Like, doesn't it feel like it's just like tagging almost, like beautiful graffiti, but done in a way on a painting that it looks different, like it's,
Yeah, it's a little too much for me because I'm ADD.
It's very busy.
And that's how I feel 24/7. But I have a friend, his name is Merk, and he's a graffiti artist around here, and it kind of reminds me of his work, not his style, but like you said, like the artwork that goes into it.
Welcome once again to Student of Life, the game show.
That was my friend as we sat in Odd's Cafe. She'll be back in a little bit. Next up, we have a concert goer watching some music at Salvage Station in West Asheville.
What is it? Reverend Jeff Mosier.
Okay.
Good luck talking to him.
What instrument does he play?
He plays the fucking banjo. Badass dude.
From Aquarium Rescue there, right?
Yeah,
Way
that's
back
it.
in the day,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I got their
Exactly.
I got their fucking
Yeah.
I got their first tour and their world premiere, which was Asheville and Live Oak, Florida. I have the shirt still. I saw the shirt.
So were y'all at this show?
Anywho, yes, I have the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Magnolia Fest. No.
You got
You mean the last Colonel Bruce show?
No.
No,
Wait, were you there?
No,
no,
Corey
it
Rescue.
was not. And my friends are like best friends
The last album with her.
So sad.
I
So
interview
anyway.
people for the podcast.
But
I'll tell you all that.
he planned
Let me
his
tell my
whole-
stories. You guys suck.
He planned his whole
Take your phone and
death,
shove it up your ass. So anyways, so me and I used to run Magnolia Fest. I was a chef there for 10 years. 10 years. Night Fest and Spring Fest. I cooked all the foods for all the bands. Bela Fleck, fucking Othello Burns, fucking this guy, fucking Keller Williams, everyone.
Jeffrey Moser.
Stay going at the show, fucking Carolyn Pond, all local. So anyway.
Hold this tight.
Anyway, so I won the fucking MoFap, fucking the raffle. They have a ticket raffle there, and all the money goes to the local Live Oak music program for the high school and middle schools. To give them money.
That's cool.
So I won first place 3 times in a row, in like 15 years. So
3 times?
yeah, first place. I got like 3. So I won a banjo. Anyway, I won a banjo.
You want a what?
Banjo.
Oh, that's
Banjo, handmade by indigenous wood, in Florida indigenous wood. And I had it backstage. After I had to go after the raffle. I had to go cook food for the bands. So Reverend Jeff was there. I was like, oh, you won the banjo? I'm like, yeah, I won the banjo. He's like, dude, here's my finger picks. I'm like, sweet. Like, you're the man. Like, you're gonna learn how to play. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So
Like, hell yeah.
the next day, I got drunk. I left the banjo down there at the fucking pavilion where we were cook all the food. I said, oh, he came right up stage. He's like, John. I'm like, yeah. Like, did I bought the finger picks? I broke all mine. So he's like, I'm like, yeah, of course. He's like, grab the finger picks.
Oh, so you're his banjo buddy.
Played the set, brought him back.
Oh,
And I just talked to his daughter like half an hour ago.
you should have got him to sign your banjo.
I didn't want to send it.
You didn't want that.
No, I said that they sound amazing.
I don't do that because that's just, being part of the crew that makes the food. We're not supposed to really interact with the bands. I know right now.
Right, you don't want to make it uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. So
That's so cool.
And I just talked to
That's
his.
awesome.
No, I talked to his daughter like 20 minutes ago, and she knows that story.
Isn't
No
that
way.
awesome?
She knows my name.
That's the best
That's
story.
She's like, you're that John?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my
podcast
God.
story.
That's my story. Good night, good luck, and peace, love, and hair grease.
Here we rejoin my friend at Odds Cafe. We have some Atlanta talk.
Remember what I said earlier? Everybody has pain, and because my pain is not obvious, everybody wants me to be okay. They're not okay. If they were happy, joyous, and free, they wouldn't be listening. You don't know their pain, so you don't understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
We have to open up and say, okay, what's really going on underneath the layer I see? What's underneath that's driving it? Something's driving it.
Yeah.
And believe me, it's hard for me to be there because I want them to love me and think I'm awesome and not look at my race and not look at my sex. And they're not doing that, and they're making me fearful. And I have fear anyway, so they're magnifying my fear. But I still know it's coming from that place of I'm not okay. And these people are telling me a way I can be okay. Somebody said every character defect comes from fear. And every character asset comes from love. And I think when you boil down to any negativity, there is a feeling of fear in it and not being loved in there. I don't care what it is. I think that's just truth. Because happy, joyous, and free people don't hurt people.
So I've noticed something here. Just the beauty of this region. It's hard for people to be down. Like the beauty does bring people. Just generally more than other places I've lived, where it's not as beautiful. Do you feel any of that, or do you sense that?
I sense that for people who moved here.
Okay.
For people who moved here.
Right.
I've talked to people from this region.
And it's all they know.
They ain't feeling it.
Right.
I've also talked to some minority people that live here, and they don't feel seen or heard. They have never been in the mountains, and they're from here, but they never had a reason to go. They don't do downtown. They don't do anything. Like Asheville, I think is 18% black, which is about 2 black people for every 10. You don't see that. You know, like I'm looking here and I'm it. I'm normally always it. And there's way more than 10 people here.
Right. And even if there were 20% here, it's still a minority.
Yeah.
And it's still something that I don't feel when it's something that I don't go through in life, where I walk into a place and, I have gone to places, especially like when I live in Atlanta, where I would be the only white person there. And because like I said, in Miami, I grew up with a very diverse place, but I didn't really necessarily go to many places where I was the only white person, and so it's something that you notice,
Normally I don't notice, but I had it pointed out to me, and I was like, I am. So I think other people notice more than I notice. But then I went to Atlanta, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
Why not? Well, I don't like Atlanta either, but that's because I lived there for like 10 years and traffic and, oh God, that place is hard to live in now.
No, I'm talking about all the black people.
Yeah, so why didn't you like that?
Because I was just one of many.
You like being special.
I was like, ain't nobody looking at me. Okay, fuck it, I'm going home. So
I think it's a great
it's a double
thing.
sword.
It's a great thing that there's a city where, there's definitely poverty in the black community in Atlanta, but there's also successes,
A lot of successes.
Yeah.
You have something to strive towards, and here you don't see that. And people are quick to say, oh, that's what white people do. I was like, no, that's what all people do. It's just here, people stay in a little box. But in Atlanta, everybody's doing everything. So you don't have to stay, oh, well, I can go eat at a vegan restaurant, because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It'd be better if more cities, obviously, like that. Unfortunately, it's not the case yet.
But it is suck just being one of many. Because like when I come here, like serious, it's like if you're not a star, but let's just say you are a star but let's say you're a star in America, and then you go to Britain and you're walking down the street and nobody gives a crap, and you're like, okay, I'm not special and I'm not important, and it's like, well, damn.
That's interesting.
Because here it's like, oh, she's a pretty black woman. But in Atlanta, I was one of many pretty black women. I was like, shit. I'm gonna have to get a man based on personality or some shit. I don't know.
Right, it makes it harder.
It made it harder, dude.
How long were you in Atlanta?
A week.
We haven't done this in a while. This is me ordering some food at Rocky's Hot Chicken in West Asheville.
Let me get, there they are, the tenders, yeah. I'll get a plate of the tenders. The hot chicken.
Have you had the hot before?
Oh, you know what? I'll go mild.
Mild?
Yeah.
What's the size?
I'll get double fry with no salt.
Okay. Any ranch or blue cheese, honey mustard?
I'll go honey mustard.
Anything else for
I
you?
get barbecue sauce as well.
Yeah. Did you know if you mix the two, it's Chick-fil-A sauce, so it tastes really similar to Chick-fil-A sauce?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So try
I did
that,
not
it's really
know.
good.
Alright.
And drink or anything while you wait? Shouldn't take too long, but
Nah, I'll be good.
And here we have a second Uber ride with the same person from just an episode or two ago. And this is a sad story.
No, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Do you know where we're going? I mean, did it go in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you should turn around. You should turn around. I could direct. Oh, you know how to get there this way?
I know how to get.
Because...
We can turn around right here.
Alright, you got it. Love the view. It sounded obnoxious again in the recording now. We're talking. backseat driver. I always do it. I'm bad. Anyway, yeah, the show was awesome.
Oh, you've done it?
Wait, what? Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the show tonight. I thought you asked me how the show was tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Whoa, what's that? Oh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to. No, come on. I hate possums so much. I can't even look at them.
Cute.
Oh God, I can't believe you did that to me. If my friends were here, they would tell you how much I hate possums.
No, what do you have against possums?
I see where we are. Nice. They're bad in every way. They're disgusting. They creep me out. They don't creep you out either?
No, not really.
So what you got? Tell me a story.
My dad fired me
I'm sorry.
in a text message.
This just happened?
No.
Good God. All right, so start it from the beginning. I mean, all right, make it a story.
Well, he sent me a text message that said, sorry for the short notice. We're making some cutbacks and your last paycheck will be at the end of March. XO Dad.
Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah. So people have started asking me what I did to make him angry. And I think that he might have found out how I voted.
All this is now unusable. We're not doing politics on the pod.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's alright. Probably at the show I just was at. Alright, so you know where it is, right? It's this parking lot up here on the left.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, you can just pull in between. Yeah. So
This
what's
is where
a word?
I picked you up last time.
Yeah. What's
Okay.
It's like you're finally dropping me off. Weeks
Been
later.
in my car the entire time.
What's a word you got that's interesting? That's new to the pop culture word, you know? Define it.
Sadly,
use
I
it
don't
more.
think I have one right
Yeah, you got one. It may not pop culture, just in your world. Something that's new to you.
now. In my world,
Yeah.
someone called me a cunt tonight because I wouldn't stop at an ATM.
Whoa!
But he'd already made me wait on him like twice, and he had done a drug deal in the back of my car.
Oh, never again, that guy. Jesus. I'm sorry you had to go through that. You okay?
Yeah. I
All
made
right.
him get out.
Okay, good. All right, you have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And I just want to note on that previous segment that I really feel bad for not being feeling more sorry for her and showing more compassion, because that's a really sad thing what happened to her with her dad and her job. And to close out today's program, this is a very interesting story this Uber driver tells me.
He passed out on me. I was taking him home to Black Mountain and got on the interstate and he shifted, big guy.
He shifted.
Yeah, he shifted over on me.
He was sitting next to you, right?
Yeah, laid his head on my shoulder. And I couldn't get him off.
Oh, shit.
Got him home, finally got him halfway awake and helped him get to his door. And I guess he confused me with his partner or something. And he got all emotional. He was like, "Why do you do this to me? Every time you bring me home, you leave me." I said, "I got to get back to work. I'm your Uber driver." He said, "Yeah, you told me that last weekend." And I'm like, "Oh, man." I'm like, "How am I going to get out of this?" And it's like, "Look, dude, you're home safe. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not." And it's like, all that matters is you're here, and I got to go. He said, yeah. He said, well, tell whatever whore you're going to screw hello from me, because it's over after this. I'm like, okay, man, sweet dreams, good night. And I was like, it was very short in reality, but it seemed like so long. It was like 30 minutes. But yeah,